Hey, yeah. Um, Start off saying welcome back, anybody. It's your boy, Loser Gets, back to the post game. Coming off a week, what is this, 10? Yeah, I don't know. It's Dallas Cowboys. Oh man, like it was pretty much what you would think it would be when you don't have starting quarterback, what you would call your starting quarterback, or your backup quarterback, really, and you're on your third, fourth option at quarterback, pretty much. Um, Against the Dallas Cowboys. There's some good things to start out with. Out jump, we didn't get blanked out the box, right? So that's the one good thing I guess we're gonna take from at the end of this quick post game. Boy, oh man, oh, there's honestly nothing to really point to on the offense. Let's give people the good credits that they can get right now. Get out the way so we heartfelt and everything like that. Um, the DeVito had like 80 some odd yards. Um, Very, 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 very limited um pass attack from the team, just in general, the offense all game. But he had 89 yards, finished up with two touchdowns. One to Sterling Shepard, so Sterling Shepard and Lawrence Cager. A lot of interesting things involving Sterling Shepard a little bit as we go through this. But let's get into it, man. Dallas against the defense for us, defense was just not able to keep up with what was going on from Dallas and being on the field as much as they had to be on the field, pretty much. We was down early. Well, down early, that's hard to say. It was 7-0, and then 14-0, and then 21-0, and then it just 0 for a while. And then, the game was just getting out of hand at that point, and defense was having trouble really sealing it up after that. Some great games for CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, great game for him. Ferguson scored a touchdown. Dowdle, the backup running back to I forget his name right now. Pollard, Tony Pollard, right now had a good game. Pollard probably had a decent game too. I don't know. The Dallas offense was just all over us from jump. So let's just whoever you want to count from there. Dak had a good game. Shit, he was out of the game by the fourth quarter. He was already on the bench, and a lot of their offensive players were on the bench as far as what the defense was doing in comparison to the game. Yeah, no sacks that I can really think about. Maybe one or two, maybe one pressures, maybe just a couple. Um, just nothing really to highlight. Oh, no, it was an interception. It was an interception for Cordell Flott this game, his first career interception. He got Dak out, caught Dak out there sleeping, and actually made a pretty good play. Well, it wasn't a pretty good play. It was more in the right position at the right time, scheme fit and everything like that. But hands caught the ball. Career first. Don't want to take anything from it. So good play for him. Um, Other than that, man, defense wise, man, was just not really. Oof, it was rough, man. It was rushing pretty well. The pass game was going for him, and as far as them being on the field and third down stops and things like that, wasn't really much action going on there. Offensively now, yeah, I told you about the two touchdowns for DeVito, Tommy DeVito, in his first real career start for the New York Giants, with Daniel Jones going down. If you're just acting brand new or something like that, Daniel Jones tore his ACL last game and is gone for the season. So we got Tommy DeVito now. Um, yeah, man, it was dark days, man. The rush game was pretty much boo doo doo doo. Man, Barkley couldn't get nothing going. In that first half, first probably three quarters, really two and a half quarters, there was really nothing going on in the run department. But he started to come on a little later as things loosened up, probably. And I guess once DeVito got one pass touchdown, they wasn't trying to let that just be a thing. So it opened up a little later and he had an okay game. Um, 66 some odd yards and just like 13 touches. Wasn't like heavily scripted for the run because nothing was really working well in the offense, man. Just drives was stalling out all day, and we were kicking and punting it back to Dallas, and Dallas was scoring. Dallas was taking however long they needed to score, and they were scoring. And yeah, there was just no sense of anything from the team today, offensively or really defensively, from either coaching staff. You really starting to see some frustrations on the sidelines. Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton were having the conversation probably about the game and shit and stuff going on, and listen to the coaching staff or whomever else in the sidelines, and going through whatever for that, man. So we didn't really get to see what were going through. But I guess Dayball came and tried to talk to both of them, and who knows how that went. And Darius, he took Darius up the sideline on some, down the sideline, up the sideline, walk and talk to. Like, who knows, man? Is it, Coach Prime out there right now or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, this team is acting like they're starting to slip a little bit harder now, just as far as cohesiveness, but it's a little to be expected, and it's not actually that major of a sign of trouble, but at least shows that some people are still invested in what's going on, and whether they know they're going to be on this team or not next season, they understand that it just is bad as far as offense production right now, and it's just not good at all. I'm trying not to get too hype about it. I'm really upset about just getting blown out again by the fucking Cowboys. But it's the Cowboys. We lose to them all the time. So what do they get mad about, right? I don't know how many times we done lost to Dak, like 11, 12 times. It's probably going to be this 13th time or 12th, 13th time by the time we get anything to go together. So unless, whatever happens in the off season. But right now, that's how the future looks. We still got the fucking Philadelphia Eagles twice. Still got the Redskins again, I believe, and you never know how that's going to go. Redskins, I'm sorry, the Commander, Sam Howell, just got done putting together a game against Seattle in which he tried to win it and bring it home. And we ain't got that type of juice whatsoever going offensively. Um, Even trying to talk about the talent and, the position played and who's actually behind center and blocking. Andrew Thomas, like we might have almost lost him again, but he pulled out. I think he finished the game and everything. Um, yeah, blocking was not great at all, and we have a limited quarterback and the offensive scheme being limited. You understand that it was what the score was, man. It was like 40 something to fucking 17 is what we finished up with. Um, but none of those points were competitive points, except you maybe want to count the first seven when the score was 21-7. Maybe then we can count them. By that third quarter, man, it was pretty much all over from what I remember and got just scribbled down here. Um, yeah, no, nothing I'm missing. Wow, man, right? It's bad, and it was a um, bad display by not the talent, just what's going on even more, I think, and probably the coaching staff, man, Dayball and shit, and Kafka, I guess, whatever you want to call it, a week Martindale. Um, just what's just scheme wise is just so abhorrent. Um, every week, every week, every week, every week. There's nothing really to highlight from this game, man. It's troubling. It's troubling. I don't know how other people who do their post games react to these games like that. Cause I try not to cross breed and cross pollinate like that and shit like that. I might watch them a few days later, but I'm my own thing. So when I say this is what I feel. It's really like a lost cause trying to talk about the offense. I don't really know what you could highlight, man. Um, Guys are out there running their routes, blocking as best they can, running the ball as best they can, and the quarterback is passing as best as he can right now. The coaching staff, I don't think, is in sync with it all right now. It's definitely not in sync, and it's definitely something that to pay attention to for these last few games we got, man. These last 6, 7 games, there's nothing to stop watching. If you stop watching the season, I get it, but there's nothing to avoid seeing about what's going on right now because you can't hide from how bad these games are. 69, 68 points. almost to zero before we even scored. Oh man, what else? As far as what the talents are doing, like CeeDee Lamb having being on his streak of good games, whatever. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's you hope to stop that, but it's something that he got a 3 game, his third game, and against us on that streak, 10 receptions, 100 yards plus. And I've discussed, or I discussed in other places, maybe start to intermingle more, with type of things that this offensive production on our team is just nowhere on the same level as these other teams who have really opponent offenses, diverse offenses, dynamic offenses with big time playmakers, depth of playmakers, uh, just preparation of the talent, scouting of the talent. It's all just bad, man, with the New York Giants right now. And it's just another week of showing it, right? So what is there really to get hype about? Nothing. We just riding this out until it get done with. Because as far as any discussion around what quarterback play level is going to be to what was invested in for the season, that shit is put on the shelf for now as far as that part of it. But what the team is doing and the offense and the scheming and stuff is still something to figure out and try to watch and figure out really if it's anything to really if it if last season was more of smoke and mirrors, whatever you want to refer to it as. I can't think of anything better right now that to describe it. I don't think it was all smoke and mirrors because it took a lot to even convince what we saw was something to worth like hype up like that. And if you might have had pains on how that actually was looking and the grand scope of how it's going to look into this season, like myself probably, then we a lot of this is what we kind of was wondering and worried about and expected because of some of the limitations that we had on offense and how it was running. That's neither here or there, right? It's just post game thing right now. Later in the week, maybe we got something more. Just gonna cut it right there. The team was terrible. I don't know what anybody else could fucking say. It was bad offensive production. Tommy DeVito got his couple touchdowns, man. His family was in the stands, proud to them. I'm glad they got to see their son do what they could for the New York Giants and everything, And we're not gonna get on Tommy about his game and stuff like that, man. He's a rookie. He's was a third string guy. He wasn't drafted like that type of talent to be in this team in this situation trying to carry. Boom, right? Cool. Treated him fairly. I think that's as clean as cut as we can be about the game as far as the passing. Like I said, the coaching and the scheming from there is more which we ask about and their preparation. Because if DeVito is whatever limitation to that, then how much worse or better would Mark Barkley be and more prepared with experience, whether from college or practice squad stuff. We don't know. Um, yeah, but if you want to see more terrible Giants football, you got to see that. It's your boy as blue as it gets. I catch y'all again. Go check out the rest of these games, and it is what it is, right?